Will be direct examining Tisha Smith. Please state your name for the record.
My name is Tisha Smith.
Where were you working on the first Wednesday in January of last year?
Uh, I worked at Green's convenience store
How long had you been working at that convenience store prior to that night?
about 2 years.
How long had can you describe the layout and lighting conditions inside the store?
Um, it's it's pretty well lit, but it's got 6 aisles perpendicular to the counter and some mirrors so you can see around. It has fluorescent lighting.
What shift were you working that evening, and who else was in the store around 9 o'clock p.m.?
So I started my shift to do the night shift at 8 p.m. Um, and we didn't have too many people that night. So around 9, I think I was the only person in the store.
Can you describe what happened when the man entered the store that evening?
Sure. So I thought I was alone, but at some point, some guy came in and he was being kind of weird, like twitchy and stuff. And so he came right up to me, um, but he didn't say anything. And then he just kind of laughed and said that he passed me a note.
Did you respond after he placed the note on the counter?
Uh, I just kind of shuddered, but I did what he said.
After the man left the store, what actions did you take?
Um, well, I was really freaked out, but I saw that he was running, so I tried to follow him. And it's hard to remember, sorry. And then I saw he got into a car and I wanted to make sure I got it down. So I wrote it down, his license plate number. And then I called the police.
Did the police ask you to look at photographs? And what did you do when you saw those photographs?
They did ask me to look at some photographs, and at the time I was able to identify one person in the picture. It was the defendant.
That's all the questions I have.
Thank you.
Okay, Miss Smith, I'll be doing your cross-examination today, and my name is Tyler Sesker, just so you know. Um, is it correct that you've had some past convictions, including possession of cocaine and a
That was,
lawful possession of a firearm?
it was a long time ago.
Do you know about how long those that was ago?
Uh, I was convicted for the cocaine charge you're talking about 7 years ago.
And
Objection, relevance.
so the question is going towards Miss Smith's credibility as a witness in this case and whether or not she has had any prior untruthfulness or challenging kind of like her memory and reliability in this matter. Um, Miss Smith, were you ever on probation or incarcerated for any of those offenses?
I was on probation.
And is it true that you might have had some other minor citations, which speeding tickets or underage drinking?
Yes,
And you also mentioned that you had been previously let go from another job for allegedly taking money. Is that correct?
I don't remember.
Okay. And going towards like your memory and things like that, you also mentioned that you had written down the license plate number when you saw it as it was driving away. Is it possible that you misremembered or miswrote it?
Well, no, they let me see the paper again, so I wrote it down as I was looking at it. So it's not a memory issue, it's just a written down log of what happened.
Okay. And you're very certain that, you wrote down the license plate number, you knew the details of what the person was wearing, what they looked like, just given that it was like a very high stressed environment. There was no room for misrepresentation or mismemory.
Yes, it was a traumatic moment in my life. I'll never forget it.
And You had mentioned that you possibly saw a gun, but you weren't entirely sure. Is that correct?
Right, but I found one later, so obviously there was a gun there.
You know. And how about how long do you think that the entire robbery itself lasted?
It felt like an hour, but I think it was really like 5 minutes.
Okay. And is it possible that maybe just like you said, it was kind of like a stressful environment, awkward situation, a scary situation that maybe your perception of like how much time had passed might be a little bit inaccurate?
Are you calling me a liar?
No, ma'am, I'm just asking about your recollection of how the event went and whether or not
I
there's
just
opportunity for different time frames.
I just told you my recollection.
Okay. Well, thank you. I no longer have any questions.
Thank you. All right, now I will be direct examining Mr. Marco, the defendant. Good afternoon, Mr. Marco. Can you please state your name?
Yes, Tim Marko.
Great. How old are you?
I'm 30 years old.
Great. And where do you live?
I live, right up the street here.
And where are you currently working?
I'm currently working at a sporting goods store.
Okay. Where did you work previously?
Um, Kind of tricky. I was a little bit all over the place. I worked at a Harris Teeter.
Did you ever work at a Shell gas station?
Objection, relevance.
Withdrawn. Um, do you remember where you worked previously besides Harris Teeter?
No, I don't. I don't remember.
Right. What were you doing on this Friday night in question?
So I was going to the convenience store because I wanted to, pick up some snacks and goodies because I was going to go to the movies and I wanted to get some candy before I went to the movies.
Okay, so you were at the convenience store.
Yes.
Okay. What convenience store were you at?
I was at the convenience store, Leo's on Main Street.
Can you describe what you were wearing?
Yes. I had on a hoodie, um, had on some gloves with me because it was a little chilly that night.
Can you describe the gloves?
Yes, they were fingerless, so my fingers could go through them, so I could, grab stuff easily. If I need to pull my phone out, I could.
Are you familiar with a store called Greens?
Yes,
Have you ever been inside Greens?
yes.
Just a moment. Excuse me. Did you rob the Greens store?
No,
Isn't it true that you tried to take money from the Greens store?
Objection, speculation.
Your Honor, I am trying to identify what Mr. Marco's purpose was in the store.
like I mentioned, my purpose was to go get some candy and some snacks before I went to the movies.
Were you successful?
Yes,
Was there anyone else in the store at the time?
yes, the store clerk.
And did you interact with her?
Yes, because I had to buy my candy.
Can you tell me about that interaction?
Yes. So I went into the store. bought some candy, went up to the um, front to the counter. She brung up my food, what I bought, and I left out.
Do you remember how you paid?
I think I paid with cash.
Okay, just a moment. Around what time did you go to the store?
I went to the store. mm, it was nighttime. I would say around 9 o'clock.
Okay. Uh, no further questions. Thank you.